Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Camille. You're watching Style Me Camille, and today we're going to speak about spirit. Hi, y'all. Thank you so much for watching me. My name is Camille. You're watching Style Me Camille, and today we're going to speak about spiritual awakening, what it is, and the 7 stages you can expect to go through if you haven't already upon your life path and journey. So keep watching. Alright guys, so thank you so much for joining me. Again, my name is Camille. You're watching Style Me Camille, and today we're going to speak about spiritual awakening. More than likely, if you have found my channel, you're more than likely already going through this spiritual transformation, or you may be at the beginning of your spiritual transformation. Either way, glad to have you. Thank you so much for my current subscribers. Thank you so much for my new subscribers. If you're new to my channel, please hit the like and subscribe button below, and let's get into what is spiritual awakening. So what is a spiritual awakening? Spiritual awakening is when you or the individual has been awakened or awakening through the dimensional realities that goes beyond the confines of your ego. Your ego self before the awakening typically is the driving force behind why you do what you do, why you want what you want, why you say what you say, and why you live you live. The ego self is all about self. And when you transform through the development of the spiritual awakening, it helps you to align more so with your higher self. It also aligns you with your divine spirit and heart chakra to discover your life path, your life mission, and pretty much just what you're here to do while you're on this earth in reality at this time. A lot of ways to interpret a spiritual awakening, but I just want to lightly touch on this video some of the stages that you can expect while going through this transformation. And when people hear spiritual awakening, they think that it's this beautiful, it's this fun, it's this happy transformation, and everything goes exactly how you want it to go in life. And no, I mean, it is a beautiful thing, especially once you get to a specific point in your transformation process, but it's not always pretty. It can be ugly. It can be painful, because a lot of it is dispelling old or what you thought were truths. But those truths don't sit well within your new life, within your new mindset, and within your new reality. So really, a spiritual awakening is essentially discovering your truths and undoing a lot of the junk that you learned over the years. And we've all been there. I'm sure are a few people that just arrived here and awakened. But usually it is a transformation process that we've all gone through, including myself. And it's not exactly fun and it's not exactly pretty, but I will tell you that it is necessary, and it is something that I'm glad that I've gone through. And, once you go through this awakening process, you can't go back. You can't go back to the old way of thinking. Or rather I say, you don't want to go back to the old way of thinking. You don't want to go back to the old way of living, because you know that there is something out there bigger than yourself. It's something out there bigger than your reality. Your life purpose is bigger than your ego. We're all here on this earth because we have a purpose. And for the most part, or for those I feel that are watching my channel, we're all in likeness. We're all light workers. We are all sent here to awaken and to become the best version of ourselves, so we can lift the vibration of individuals in this life and in reality to make our world a better place. So anyway, I feel like I'm rambling, but all of this is very much so relevant. I just want to be real with you about it's not always pretty, but it is definitely necessary. So anyway, let's get into one of the stages that you can expect with your spiritual awakening. So one of the stages that you can expect while going through this spiritual awakening transformation process is feeling like an emptiness, feeling a sense of disconnected. You may feel like everything that you once knew is false. And you're coping with that, and you're looking for ways to deal with that. And the best way to deal with that is to face it head on and to make a decision on what you choose not to believe going forward, and make a decision on what you do believe, and most importantly, to believe in yourself. And this is a time where you're developing your gifts and your abilities, and trust and having faith in yourself. So again, one of the stages may be a feeling of emptiness, because everything that you once knew to be true, you discover is not. So the second stage that more than likely you will experience, if you haven't already, with spiritual awakening is the paradigm shift of craving purpose, craving meaning to your life, like asking yourself, what is my purpose? What am I here to do? If you're not, some people again already know what they're here to do, but for others, you're looking for your place in the world, because everybody wants to have purpose. Everyone wants to be a part of something bigger, I feel, for the most part. So you may start to question yourself as to, why do I do this? Why do I do that? Why do I eat this? Why do I eat that? And again, it can be depressing, but on another note, on another shift, know that you are ultimately the creator of your life and reality. And even though the things that you're transforming to may not be familiar, and as human beings we tend to be afraid of the unknown, but this is time to embrace it. This should be a time of excitement, because you're no longer confined to the old box that you may have put yourself in, or that the ego put yourself in. And know that anything is possible. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. So this is a great opportunity to, again, start transforming into the person that you choose to become. So the third stage of spiritual awakening is you may crave more solitude. You may just feel like being more so to yourself. And during this time, more than likely, you're searching for answers to questions that you have. You may spend a lot of time in meditation. This is also a good time to spend a lot of time outside, because being outside, it naturally raises your vibration and makes you feel good. This is a good time to, meet and consult with your spirit guides, with your angels during this time, to seek the answers that you're looking for, to feel fulfilled at this time. So in stage 4 of this process, you may be feeling lost and alone. But again, this is where you start to receive different synchronicities, such as angel numbers. You may start to receive intuitive impressions, answers to your questions, miraculous situations where, again, you turn on the TV and it may be an answer to a question that you had, or you may turn on the radio and they're talking about the exact thing that you had on your mind, or that you wrote about the night prior. So this is a time where you start to experience miraculous breakthroughs, as long as you keep your mind and your ears and your heart open to receive this information. So one of the 5th steps of divine awakening is where you start to experience a shift, where you become more confident in yourself. You become more confident in your abilities, hopefully through research, through reading, through meditation, through gathering or fellowshipping with like-minded people. But you start to see through the illusions of our reality, and start to discover, changes that you've made mentally, telepathically, through journaling. Things that you desire start to happen in your life, and you're starting to realize your power at this time. And so with the 6th stage, which you can expect to piggyback on what I said, is that, again, you start to experience more synchronicities. they may be more so deliberate. For an example, I would test, and there's a way to test and also to grow your abilities through different exercises. For example, just testing myself in the universe. I was like, okay, universe, just to test how powerful I really am, I desire to see Tweety Bird tomorrow, and not just any Tweety Bird. I want to see a blue Tweety Bird. So, all right, universe, let's see how you can make this happen. And I kid you not, the next day, this is years ago, I was going down the road. I was on the way to work, and I was sitting at a light. And yes, I was on my phone, and I pulled up Instagram, and not as soon as I pulled up Instagram, in that instant, there was a blue Tweety Bird on someone's Instagram page, and all I could do would be like, universe, you come through. You always come through in the most miraculous ways. So this is where, again, you start to gain more confidence in your abilities. You start to test more your abilities. You start to trust more of your intuition and abilities at this time. Right. And so the final stage and the seventh stage of spiritual awakening, and what you can expect when you get to this heightened level or this state, you begin to feel more expansion, or see more expansion in your life, more abundance in your life, great things in your life. You're expressing more gratitude. You have more empathy for people. You have more compassion for people and for yourself. Surprisingly, not surprisingly, because I used to be one of these persons many years ago, we can be so hard on ourselves, and we give people passes that we don't even give ourselves. So when you get to this state of enlightenment, you learn to love yourself more. You learn to treat your body with respect. Treat it as the temple in the miraculous house of your loving, powerful spirit that it is. And you just become more in tune with the universe. You become more in tune with your guides, with your angels, with your ancestors, with your abilities. You start to trust yourself more, and you just have more harmony and tranquility in your life during this time when you go through the stages. So again, it starts out rough, as most things do. Anything worth having is worth working for. And you know what? You got to do the work. You got to do the meditation. You got to spend time with yourself. You got to connect with your higher self and your spirit guides and your ancestors. You have to heal those childhood wounds. You have to heal and conquer those fears. That's what the spiritual awakening and transformation is about. Part of it anyway is, again, dying or releasing the old and being open and receptive and embracing the new, embracing your higher self and this divine, spiritual, invisible guidance that surrounds us and that is here ready for us. We just have to be open to receive it. So that's it. That concludes it. So if you have any more questions regarding spiritual awakening, or just about your spiritual journey, please leave comments below. If there's any additional videos you'd like to see from me, please also let me know. And again, if this resonates with you, please also let me know, and let me know where you are along your spiritual journey during this time. And again, I hope this information has been beneficial. I hope this information has been useful. Again, if there's anything that or videos you'd like to see from me, please also let me know. And I wish you guys peace and love. Thank you so much for watching. Again, another day. I wish you peace and love again, and namaste. Have a great day. Thank you all.